Time for the 49ers Rush Podcast. And here's your host, John Chapman.
What is going on, faithful? I have the celebrity himself, Mr. Wayne Breezy, with us today. Wayne, how are you, my friend?
Did you just call me a celebrity, bro?
Dude, I do. I've seen lots of people take pictures with you. I have walked with you through stadiums, and people call out, "That's Wayne Breezy." Yeah, that is that celebrity in his finest. I am so happy to be with you, but also everybody else here. And I'm excited because we got so much to talk about today with the 49ers. We got Pro Bowls. We got people coming back. We got playoffs. It's just whatever you name it, it's all here. And I kind of feel, Wayne, tell me if I'm wrong. I feel like we're playing with the house's money because we're already got our spot in the playoffs. Our tickets punched, yet we still got 3 more games. We're kind of in different territory, but does that change the way, if you're the 49ers, the way in which you approach these games and how you're looking forward to this game on Saturday?
Nope. I don't play precautionary football. I plan as if it's a game, like another game. And here's the thing. You say we're playing with house's money. I love it, right? But look what's happening around the NFL. The number 1 team in the league loses their quarterback for at least 1 week. There's a possibility, and I don't do percentages, but the percentages, there's a possibility that the 49ers, if the Eagles lose out and the 49ers win out, guess what? The 49ers could become the number 1 seed.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to happen, but the fact that it's there.
That's my point. It's just a possibility. Yeah. Like there's an opportunity. Excuse me. That's the better word. There's an opportunity. And I feel like the 49ers should take advantage of the opportunity.
Now, we got the Commanders rolling in, which they're weird. Like, I am trying so hard. I'm going through film. I'm going through stats. I'm going through, like, who they are, the roster. They're just a weird team. Like, I don't know whichever way to say it. You can't find tendencies. That's a Ron Rivera thing. Oh, what's up, Johnny Dell? He says, how dare Sirianni run his quarterback? Oh, I love it, man. Johnny, birds of a feather, man. That dude, he just gets it. He gets it. Great. Go check out his channel, Johnny Dell's Football Academy, if you want to learn some football. I learn every single time I watch this stuff. It's as good as it gets. But back to these Commanders, I feel like Ron Rivera is really good at self-scouting. So the tendencies have been really, really hard to pick up on, even this late in the year. They don't favor running through certain gaps. They don't favor certain passing, whatever. The one thing that I have found, and we'll dive into this later on my show, with their, where they throw the ball the most, they throw the ball in the middle, short. Yeah. That's it, middle, short. So Dre Greenlaw, Fred Warner, time to step up again. Keep doing your thing.
Linebackers game. And I was sitting there watching film on the Commanders, and I watched last week's tape, and they didn't look good. But neither did the Giants. Right. I saw that. So offensively, I mean, right? And so you got to say like this, okay, it's going to be a defensive type of game. That's kind of how they're built, right? Their offense is going to struggle, period. Heineke can't throw the ball down the field. He's kind of like a more veteran version of Brock, but I think Brock has more skill set, I guess, right? They're kind of like the same 2 peas in a pod, right? One is just younger, one is older. I'm going to go with the younger guy that's hotter, because when Heineke was hot, he was hot, remember? And so I feel like he's kind of cooled off because they realize, hey, this guy can't throw the ball down the field. I don't think defenses are figuring out Brock yet. So I think Brock need to continue to take advantage of what they don't know about him, which is the unknown. And so, look, the Commanders look weak, but they're still strong, right? You look at their numbers and you're like, damn, how are they a top 5 defense without Chase Young?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And I saw Big Papa put in the chat, Chase Young is going to play, and that's the way it should be. Absolutely. Best on best. That's what you want. You don't want to play teams that are injury riddled. Now, injuries are a part of the game, as all 49ers fans know, but I want best on best. I want to see what Mike McGlinchey can do against Chase Young and Montez Sweat play in, play out. I want to know. Now I will say this: McGlinchey has played well. Back-to-back games, really, really well. He did have that holding call that kind of backed us out. A field goal range took points off the board, but McGlinchey going to McGlinchey. I want to
At
see how
least
they're
one.
going to do. It's what it is. It's what it is. All right, Wade, let's do this. Let's go to some Pro Bowl talk.
Woo!
Man, what was the biggest surprise to you?
Jake
Whether somebody that
Brindle. You don't even have to ask.
ugh,
This is what I did this morning.
ugh.
Because my head doesn't itch. I don't have dandruff, but I can't stop scratching my head because I'm confused. Do I no longer know how to watch film? Because I'm confused on who the hell voted Jake Brindle. That's not a fan. That wasn't the fans.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Center play is down. O-line play is down, period.
Period.
But yeah, Jake Brindle being an alternate is insanity.
So that had me scratching my head. That did. I just did because I didn't expect to see his name. I thought maybe an Aaron Banks. Hell, I would have took a Mike McGlinchey, but I didn't think we would ever see a Jake Brindle. So that means that if he was voted in by whoever does the votes, are we looking for the wrong things?
No, I don't think so. It's 1/3 player, 1/3 fans, 1/3 players, 1/3 coaches. So that's the way that they kind of composite the Pro Bowl. And like, I'm going to be honest with you, Wayne, how much film do you and I watch for the 49ers a week, right? You see those eyes? Yeah, they got big. Now imagine you're an NFL coach or player.
Okay.
You don't have time to watch these other games. And when the Niners are playing, especially the early window, and there's 7 other games, you don't see those 7 other games. I'm not wasting my time on them. Players are even more so, and coaches even more so. So this is probably one of the issues where not everybody's as informed as they should be, right? Yeah, look at this, Jedi. The league messed up giving big play Dre more of a chip for that shoulder. That's the thing that got me.
Me too.
I would
he wasn't even an alternate, right?
It's stupid.
That's my point. So that's why I started it off and let you continue, but that's why I started it off. So an alternate was Jake Brindle and not Dre Greenlaw. Please continue. My bad.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. One of them is playing at an all-pro level. And Jake Brindle's been good. He's getting better. He has actually picked up his play a little bit. He has been good in pass pro. But yeah, if you watch the running plays, that's where it gets rough. So let's move on. Let's talk about Greenlaw and Charvarius Ward, man. Because and you know, I had this question, the way I was going to pose it to you was this. In your opinion, and there's no wrong answer here, who has had a better year for the 49ers? Dre Greenlaw or Charvarius Ward? Because I feel like both of them have been great. But who, in your opinion, do you think has played better this year?
That's a really good question. If you asked me, if you changed the question up a little bit and said which player has more of an impact on the 49ers, I would go with Ward. But if you ask me which player is having the better year, I'm going to go with Greenlaw. Oh. And I mean, he's doing everything. I mean, he's 16th in tackles in the league, bro. So you mean out of all these players in the league, he's still 16th. You know what Fred Warner is?
He's much lower.
Yeah, like 32nd or something like that.
And he's played every game.
And he's played every game. And so I'm saying to myself, okay, now I know it's not just based off of tackles, but then even in coverage, the guy's dynamic in coverage as well. He's been a huge factor for the 49ers. And remember when he went out that game, he got injured. That was at the Chiefs game. Can't remember what game it was. That's when it was the Chiefs game.
Yep.
Because it started hitting the fan right after that. So, and that was the game Mooney Ward first came back and he just wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? But listen, I love what both of these players are doing. And I feel like they both got snubbed, but I talked about it earlier on the Rain Breezy show. I said, listen, as much as great as Ward has been, we probably wouldn't even be in this situation without Mooney Ward because of his coverage skills, his tackling skills, and everything. But he also isn't giving you the highlight numbers, right? So you don't get the interceptions. You're not getting the flashy stuff from a cornerback, which is what you're going to get from some of the other guys that are on the list. But if you ask who's a lot, and that's not why we got him. We didn't get him for that. We got him because he can lock down, which is what the 49ers need so other guys can make plays.
And it's worked. It's worked.
That's my point. I said he's the more important factor for the team opposed to having the better year.
Yeah. Now, a lot of players got in. I know that we always like focus on like who didn't get in, and
Mhm.
we haven't even brought up Christian McCaffrey, which is that one probably from like an NFL standpoint is the biggest red flag of this whole process, just because of how important he's started 7 games for the Niners. We've won 7 in a row. I mean, it's pretty damn simple.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And he's
Big
only,
Papa.
what, 73 yards away from a 1,000-yard rusher. He's about 350 yards away from a 1,000-yard receiver. All-purpose yards. He leads the league in all-purpose yards. It's just
11
ridiculous.
touchdowns. I mean, yeah, 2 teams, and he was great on both teams. Like, yeah, it's ridiculous. But I saw this in the chat earlier because McCaffrey, he got snubbed for the Heisman not once but twice. And how did he respond? He went out in the Rose Bowl and just
And
freaking, there it is, Chrissy. She
dominated.
knows her stuff. What's up, Chrissy? She says, what
Dominated.
did CMC do in the Rose Bowl after he was snubbed for the Heisman? Yeah, there we go. 368 all-purpose yards in that Rose Bowl. Thank you, Niners Nation with the Z, baby. I love it.
I love our community, bro. They
This
are
is
so
incredible. We got
remind me
like
to never
researchers.
yeah, remind me to never pull up another browser link because we just ask them and they know it. Like they find it. They're so much quicker than us.
Yeah, they are. They are. Oh, Scott, appreciate the gift, man, in the super chat. He said, let's talk about Kinlaw. Yes, sir. He's about to show everyone he's here to stay. Been a Niners fan since 78. Great
I
job,
love
guys. Man,
Scott.
Scott, thank you, bro. Appreciate all the context. And, man, faithful. That's what it's about, here to stay. Kinlaw, we got 2 guys. They opened the practice window, both defensive tackles. Javon Kinlaw, Kalia Davis. Let's talk about Kinlaw.
Do it.
He's so damn good. He's so big. He's so strong. He's all those things. And he just said he's actually stronger than he was at the start of season because he's been hitting the gym so hard. Let me ask this. What would be the over-under
Oh
on
gosh.
games played this year with the playoffs for Kinlaw? How many games do you think we will get to see Kinlaw suit up and actually play? I'm putting Wayne to the test today.
So what's the number? Over under what?
What would you set it at? I would set it at 2.5.
I was gonna go 3, but damn, we're so close. So I would go over then. So if you set it at 2.5, I'm going over.
There we go. We're going over. And for all my betting crazy people, which last week we went 6 for 6 on our bets, which was awesome. And if you bet with us like before season, we put in pretty big on the Vikings winning the division. We put in big on the 49ers winning the division. We put in big on the Chiefs winning the division. We got another one that already was sealed up. Oh, the Eagles. And so it was funny. I started if I start small with my bank like roll every year, I put $200 in. That's it, and I only bet like $5 to $10 on most things. We're about to hit $500 in the bankroll right now, so over doubled up this year. Hopefully, you bet with us. We do all those on Patreon, but this one for the Thursday night game, I want to put this in there: a 3-team teaser, +10 teaser. I'm taking the Jags +12.5 versus the Jets, 49ers +3 versus Commanders, Giants +14.5 versus the Vikings. That's my kind of bet tease. I loaded those up on Patreon if you want to see the rest. I'll do all of the player props later this week once they're all released. So for my betting peeps, you want to make some money with us, that's what's up. Here we go. Niners Nation. I've spent all day looking for this, man. Any news update on the NFI IR from the whole Kalia, Kinlaw, Mitchell thing?
Sure.
Here's the main issue, in case you guys haven't paid attention. NFL.com released earlier this year when they redid the rules that the NFI, if you come off the NFI, that counts as an injured return spot. That counts as one of the 8. Lots of podcasters, David Lombardi, who I respect very much, is saying it does not. I can't find anywhere on the NFL rules and bylaws that to support that. I don't know the correct answer. I'm just going off what the NFL put out earlier this year, which says that does count as one of the 8, which Curtis Robinson coming back whenever he came off of the PUP list, that counted as well. So I don't know. I'll give it to you, researchers. Somebody find me something, because I've been scouring the interwebs, the ARPANET, and I'm not finding much.
Maybe they made an error at the beginning of the year when they put that out. The PUP list, yes, but the NFI, no. I mean, those guys didn't even play. They didn't even play in a league yet. So how can they possibly count? Wouldn't make any sense. Like I could see if they were on the
because they
PUP.
didn't count first the 53. Yeah, Niner Station says he can't find anything either. I don't know. I guess I need to start tagging some big wigs and see what Garofolo and Tom Pelissero and all those guys say. Maybe one of them will respond. I'll do that and make myself look like a fanboy for a little bit. That's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind. Now, let's go back. So I want to hear your talk on Kinlaw.
Yeah, man. The monster himself, the barbarian. Listen, look, the vibe. All right, so I get weird vibes from Kinlaw, right? I feel like Kinlaw's been wanting to play football for a long time. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna start no conspiracy stuff on your show. I just feel like he's been waiting to play for a minute. Now, what's going on between him and the coaches? Maybe Kinlaw's slightly in some type of a doghouse or something. I don't,
Well, I think they're protecting him from himself, right?
I don't think so, bro. I really
No?
don't. I don't. I do believe I believe he was injured. I believe he got re-injured. But I don't think it was as severe as we thought. Listen, Kyle knows how to manipulate the system. We trying to figure out this NFI crap, and I guarantee you, Kyle knows. I mean, he's not, like I'm telling you, they're figuring it out. Look, I think Kinlaw is ready to go. If you just listen to him talk, like he sounds frustrated because he
True.
wants to play, but it's not up to him. See what I'm saying? And then Kyle Shanahan comes out and says, well, we got to wait to see when he puts those pads on, how he's going to be out there on the field. So like there's clearly some type of discourse between the coach and the player, and you can see it. Now, I believe he's going to play. The question is when. And look, I tell you this, when Kinlaw comes back, if we can get him for 3 games, Jesus.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean, finally, right? I mean, the 49ers are already got the number 1 rushing defense, and they not even giving up. They're giving up 74.5 yards per game on the ground. Gosh darn it. You add Kinlaw back in there, right? And so even if you put him on some type of a pitch count, you already know your defensive line is pretty stout. So then now this guy comes in there, he's going to be able to get those hands up, bat some balls down, like soak up them blockers. And we want Bosa to be better, right? I need Kinlaw out there because I need Bosa to break this damn record. But unfortunately, Kinlaw is probably not going to play until Arizona.
Regular season.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's an if
Arizona.
then.
Yeah.
They might activate him, then make him a scratch, and then use him in the.
Yeah.
It's quite possible.
Yeah.
Now, you brought up a stat that kind of piqued my interest. You talked about how the 49ers best run defense.
Mm-hmm.
They have games where teams have rushed for over 100 yards against the 49ers. They're 0-3. Now, if you look at the Commanders, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 consecutive games over 100 yards.
Yeah.
One of those things got to give.
So can I give you some context to those 0-3 games?
Ooh, yes.
Running quarterbacks.
Ooh, Mahomes.
Right.
Yeah, he ran for a lot.
He ran.
Mariota ran. He was the NFC Player of the Week.
Yeah.
And then good old what's his name for the Bears?
Yeah. Whatever his damn name is.
Was it the Bears game that went over, or was it the Denver game? Let's see here. I got it.
It wasn't the Denver game. It definitely wasn't Russell Wilson. He barely moved. So it had to be Justin Fields. He kept plays alive.
Oh, look at this. The Bears rushed for 99 yards.
Okay.
And the Broncos rushed for 101. We lost all those games. So the stat should be we're 0-4. Teams rushed for 99 or more yards.
Well, the number was 100. So 0-3 is right, according to that.
Correct.
Right? But here's the thing. I've been talking about Brian Robinson all week long, and a lot of people are just like, no, the kids are a downhill, tough running, old school guys, and then they factor in the shiftiness of Antonio Gibson, so they can be dangerous. Here's the thing, though, that the 49ers, that doesn't phase the Niners, though. So the Niners don't struggle against running backs. Now, here's the only issue. If Ron Rivera does what the coach of Atlanta does, then we're going to struggle. Because he force-fed the running backs. Like, he was giving Algier and the other guy, the other rookie.
We didn't have Armstead then.
We didn't, but he kept running. He wouldn't stop running the ball. Yeah. That's my point. So is Ron Rivera, their offensive line isn't built for that. You know what I mean?
It's big difference from, if you're looking at what the Falcons do and what the Commanders do and how they built their teams offensive line-wise. There's a big difference there, a huge difference there, in fact. So, yeah, I'm with you. If you look at the amount of rush attempts, they're 8th. They run the ball consistently. Even their passing game goes 100% off the running game. I think they're at like a 35% play action. Like they play action a lot. So they're either running it or acting like they're running it.
A lot of boots to the left and to the right because that's Heineke's strength. He can't throw from the pocket. That's not his game. It's not who he is. He needs to get out, sort of kind of like Brock Purdy, right? But Purdy can throw from the pocket. So that's one of the differences.
I like Purdy, man. I like Purdy. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, help me understand. Is there going to be a regression to the mean game for Brock Purdy anytime soon? Because the dude just shows up, BCB, and he got the drum roll going. I love it. At some point, he's got to come back down to earth, right? Is this the week? No. Is it possible? I mean, this defense is for real. Jonathan Allen, Chase Young, Montez Sweat, Payne. I mean, they've got the horses up front to cause some damage.
Yeah, but we've dealt with horses. We've dealt with it. Like, what hasn't Brock Purdy seen yet? You know, you gotta. It's his moxie. It's his confidence. It's these things. I just believe. And then, all right, so it's not just about Brock, but it is about Brock. But also, our offense is 10 times better than their offense, bro. Like, could I just remember, guys, there's a player named Christian McCaffrey. And they don't have anybody like a Christian McCaffrey. I like Terry McLaurin. He's a Pro Bowler. It's one of my favorite wide receivers out of the Ohio State. I don't know why I like him, but I like all the Ohio State wide receivers.
I missed on his draft evaluation. I had a 4th round grade on him.
No,
I was
you did not.
Wrong. I did.
Oh,
I was off. But I like to admit when I'm wrong because there's misses all the time.
Absolutely,
and we don't get to see other people's like boards. But yeah, I had a 4th round grade on him. I was wrong.
Absolutely. But here's the thing. Like, he's going to be the problem. So don't forget him. That's all I'm going to say. We cannot forget about Terry McLaurin because he will catch you sleeping and he can beat the defenses over top, even though we don't give up those plays. But it's the way he works to underneath. Jahan Dotson is their speed guy, so we got to pay attention to him. Like, they have offensive pieces, but they don't look in sync, bro. Like, did you watch them against the Giants? And if you tell me the Giants defense is as good as the 49ers defense, we're going to have a problem on this show.
No defense is as good as the 49ers defense, period.
That's my point, bro. So, like, that's why I'm not super worried. They're gonna run the ball. They're gonna give you a heavy dosage of runs. Like, my key to stopping that is play the same type of football and don't let this Heineke guy extend the play. Don't give him the extra chances.
We saw that with Geno. We saw Geno had that. Their biggest play of the game was 3rd and 13.
18 yards, man.
Baby. Yeah.
18 yards he got on that play. On a 3rd down, he got 18 yards.
That was on Charles Omenihu too. He was running a stunt and he got stuck and it opened up the crease for him to get through. The play call was perfect. Just Omenihu got caught up. So we'll see what that is. Now, I do got to be honest. Wade's going to have to take off here in a minute, but I've got some good and bad news. Okay, bad news first. We are going to Vegas. We are partying. We've got the party the day before on New Year's Eve, 1 to 4:30. We're going to be at Tailgate Social. It's in Palace Station. I'm so pumped about this. We're going to be watching Wayne's freaking college football playoffs going on while we're there. We're going to have the games on. We got TVs everywhere. We're going to be doing Niners stuff. It's going to be incredible. So that's the day before. If you want tickets, those are up at 49ersrushroadtrip.com. Now, bad news, but I'm going to give you some more good news in a second. We were going to do a tailgate for Vegas, but there's already several 49ers parties out there. The spot that we had was very, very pricey, and I just really didn't want to take that on. So what we're going to do is promote those other two. I'm going to pick 2 of the tailgates that, I've worked with and know those people. We'll be working with them. I know Terror, he's doing his. They're going to be over at Gordon Biersch, which we were at for the draft on game day. And there's also one at Mandalay Bay. So I'm going to, for those that already bought their tickets, I'm going to refund them and send them directions for those 2 tailgates so they could join there. But best news, we got our tailgate up. We are going to the playoffs, baby. The wild card weekend. We are set up. We got Marquise on the grill, baby. He takes care of it. We're going to be having all you can eat drinks. All you can eat food, drinks, all that stuff. We're working on the menu and all that stuff. All you can eat drinks. There you go. That's a good shirt. Blue lot number 1, and it's going to be an absolute blast. We're going to start serving 3.5 hours before the tailgate. Now, the problem is we won't know when that day is and when the game is until a week before. So, but you can go get those tickets. Now, listen, let me say this because I said it last time. People didn't listen. We are capping this tailgate. Okay. We don't do these events for the bottom dollar. We want to cover our expenses, but we're capping this at 100 people. So first 100, you guys come party with us. After that, the food and drinks, that's it. I want to be able to spend time with every single person that shows up, get to know them, hang out, build those relationships. It's very important to me. So this is a 100-person tailgate. That's all it's going to be. So go get your tickets, 49ersrushroadtrip.com for the wild card weekend, which I'm pretty pumped about. Man.
Well, I'm extra pretty pumped about it, pause, because that's my birthday weekend.
Come celebrate with the celebrity.
I am not a celebrity, but you can definitely celebrate with Breezy, and we'll have a great time. And you know what? I could guarantee we'll win that game. I don't care where it is. I don't care if it's in Minnesota. I don't care if it's in New York. It better be at home, but I don't care where it is. We win in the game. I can tell you that right now. Well, the first game should be at home, right? Because
it's at home. Yeah.
So we'll be at home. So I'm guaranteeing a birthday and a win because it's my birthday. I already talked to the players. Yeah.
He's got it on lockdown. Now, I know Wayne has to bounce. He's a man of many talents. He has to go entertain people elsewhere. So this is going to be a little bit of a short show. I want to say thank you to the man Clayton behind the scenes. But man, I love it. And it's absolutely a pleasure to record with you as always, Wayne. The link in Wayne's show is the very first thing in the description of this video. Go check it out. Just type in Wayne Breezy. It pulls up. And man, we're recording tomorrow, right, Wayne?
Yeah. We're recording tomorrow early in the morning. John's going to
break
down how we're going to beat the snot out of the Commanders. That's what John's doing. That's his homework.
I freaking love it. All right, Wayne, just want to say thank you, man. Go make that money. Respect the hustle. Clayton, appreciate you. And until next time, love you guys. Stay strong, faithful.